Hey guys, welcome back to another editing video. Today we'll be going over histograms. So in histograms, they're very useful to you in editing. They'll tell you if your photo is too bright, too dark, and how much color is in your photo. If your histogram does not automatically pop up in your Lightroom, press Ctrl 0 to turn on or turn off the histogram. So today we'll be going over through a couple of photos, and by using the histogram we'll be able to tell how well exposed this photo is. So this photo is a United 737, and from what we can tell from the histogram, it's decent exposure. It's not overexposed, it's not very underexposed. Highlights are not clipped. As you see this, there are no highlight clippings and no shadow clippings. And that's what, and the histogram also tells you if there is a highlight clipping or shadow clipping. So we'll do a couple of quick edits and see how these edits impact the histogram. So we'll start by exposure. Let's start with exposure. So if we increase exposure, histogram will move to the right very quickly, and then at 5 exposure, highlights are extremely clipped. We'll go back the other way and go all the way down. At -5 exposure, shadows are very clipped. Contrast spreads the histogram out, and when you increase it, when you decrease it, it gathers the histogram together or narrows it. Blacks moves the histogram slightly right. It's more of the left side that goes right. Blacks also moves the histogram. Negative blacks moves it down. Whites moves the histogram to very far up to where the highlights are clipped. Same for highlights and shadows. We'll go down to clarity. Clarity expands your histogram. Same for the texture. Texture also expands the histogram. By this histogram, we can also tell there is a good amount of color. When we desat the whole picture, there is no color in the histogram. Same for the blues. When we desat blues, there's less blues in the histogram, and there's less color. So we'll go through another photo. We'll go to a underexposed photo, and we'll look at how you can tell it's underexposed and how we can fix it using the histogram. So we'll go to this photo I took a while back in a really dark day. Here we go. Here is an underexposed photo. So this is an underexposed photo. You can tell that by the histogram. The histograms move very close to the left. Everything is dark. Shadows are clipped. When you click the shadow arrow, you can see all the blue. That's where the shadows are clipped. How we can fix this? Up the exposure. Histogram returns back normal, but there is a lot of noise now. Yes, there is a lot of noise. So if you want to see if a photo is overexposed by the histogram, we'll go all the way back to here. Yes, this Cathay Pacific is overexposed. As you can tell, the histogram is very far to the right. Although no highlights are clipped, there still is some highlights that might be clipped, but but you can tell this is overexposed as the histogram is all the way to the right. How we can fix this? I like to shoot underexposed rather than overexposed if I have to. But yeah, that's pretty much how you can tell if a photo is decently lit with a histogram. Histograms can sometimes be misleading because they show shadow clipping when the photo is very good. Like, it's not bad. Like night shots, histograms can show shadow clipping in night shots, such as this one. So as you see, I'll wait for the histogram to load. As you see, the histogram is clipped. It could be clipped, but like it shows the histogram shows the exposure is all the way to the left. The histogram is all the way to the left, but the photo is pretty good. It's very nicely lit because of the terminal, but because of the sky, that's really dark. That's why the histogram is all the way to the left or skewed right because of this. But this photo is really nice other than that. So that's one of the possible misleading factors of the histogram. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Histograms are like a really useful thing. So like if you're editing, make sure to use a histogram. It'll help you a lot. And that's pretty much for today's video. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to check out the blog and the other videos in our YouTube channel. Check out the first one, cropping and leveling. And I'll see you next time.